Well, hello everybody. Happy Easter weekend if you celebrate. Um, I'm going to go ahead and read to you today because I've got plans tomorrow. So I'm going to do chapter 6 and 7 because they're short, and then I might do another video with chapter 8. So let's start with chapter 6. It's called Guess Again. This was September 2nd, 2022, Friday, day 57. As always, I start with a quote. This is by Ellie Fox. It says, "But that's the thing about narcissists. They can try to fool you with all their heart, but in the end, they're just fooling themselves." My words. I'm on my lunch break, so I probably won't get much writing in right now, but I can do a bit. Back to Tucson. So the original apartment I lived in, I left because Ivan and I decided to live together. That happened way too quickly. The maternal figure had yours truly at 18. In my mind, this was the time I was supposed to settle down and start a family. I know. That's ridiculous. I know. But I didn't know then. Ivan and I started talking about marriage and having kids. I was so damn naive. I barely knew him. We weren't being careful. We had a pregnancy scare, and I told Adia about thinking I was pregnant. She looked at me like I was nuts. Valid. I just couldn't get out of my mindset. Marjorie Taylor did the same thing. Got married super young and began having kids right away. I think we had it in our heads that we were going to make up our own families because ours broke up. I think we were both longing for that. It was all that mattered. I think I started to get more wild after the pregnancy scare. I was on the pill, but had some medical issues and the pill wasn't an option anymore. We weren't always being safe. We discussed having kids, having a family, getting married. It was something we were planning for, but deep down, I knew I was a fraud. I just couldn't admit it to myself. But Ivan talked about marriage often. I began to think maybe I could make a life with him until he began showing his true colors. Okay. Chapter 7. Oh shit. That's the title. This was September 7th, 2022, Wednesday, day 62. The quote by Walter Elliott: "Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other." Boy, have I been exceptionally busy. I sent out 418 queries to different literary agents. The rejections have been hard. Some are unbelievably kind. There is a lot of encouragement. A lot are saying that the story and concept are exceptional, but they aren't the correct fit for it. Still, it's very difficult to have it rejected. It is my life, after all. I've also been swimming like a mad woman. On the 3rd, I swam 75 laps. The following days, I swam 100, 102, and then 75 again last night. I'm so damn proud of myself. I feel incredible. And it is helping so much with my depression and anxiety. I look forward to it all day long. It has definitely become my favorite time of day. Overall, I'm doing pretty well, except Adia never received my message about the first book on Instagram. So Abigail and I discussed it last week. We agreed the best thing to do would be to send her a handwritten letter in the mail explaining the book and that she was in it and that I would protect her identity, so I did. And she should get it today. Yeah. Now I feel like I'm going to get sick to my stomach. And I have to work in 7 minutes, so no pool until later. Ugh. It's okay, Jaren, you're okay. You did the right thing by telling her. Now she can make up her own mind as to whether she wants to read it or not. It's out of your hands now, so chill. Whatever happens, happens. Those were very short. I think I'll go ahead and I'll read chapter 8 to you guys. Okay, chapter 8, CPTSD in real time. The title is CPTSD in real time. This was September 9th, 2022. It was a Friday, day 64. This quote was by Shahida Arabi, who I adore. It says, "Many survivors are used to the wait and see tactic, which only leaves them vulnerable to a second attack. And as your boundaries get stronger, the wait time gets shorter. You never have to justify your intuition." Okay, my words. I've been putting off writing. I don't want to talk about Adia. I'm feeling a lot of anger right now. I know the story. It's painful, and I hate going there. so I've been putting off writing. Also, I've been having a ton of anger surface regarding my family, like a lot of anger. And I think the anger is a cover for sadness. Kimberly doesn't understand. She says the things I'm writing about are sick, and because I choose to finally be honest about them to her, that makes me unstable. If you have people calling you unstable and you suspect that they're narcissists, most likely they are. That's one of the things, along with many of the other things that they say, like you're so dramatic. They're saying you're unstable. That's a thing that they do. It's stupid. I'm not. I questioned it myself for sure. I even told Abigail that I wanted evidence of my sanity in writing, only half joking. Trust me, reader, I question my sanity all the time. A lot of that is because of the cycle of abuse. It's expected. Though I hope it changes with time and true healing. Building trust with myself, trusting myself, my intuition again. But here is what finally occurred to me. The family believes I am unstable right now. That's fucked up, but okay. But what if I truly was unstable? What if I truly was suicidal again? Or was having some type of breakdown? Where the fuck would they be? Certainly not rallying around me. No. They've shown me now what they would do. They'd disappear. Kimberly, the faux father, and Beau. They would fucking back off and have nothing to do with me. Abigail and I discussed this last session. She said that she saw the anger towards the faux father coming. I am so fucking hurt. They wouldn't be there. They aren't there. She said this has to do with how they deal in crisis, fight or flight, and they are all fleeing. But I feel completely betrayed. We will get there, but I eventually moved back to California from Tucson shortly after 9/11. That experience of national trauma made me yearn to be closer to family again. To try again. We've had our ups and downs, but I think overall we have had more ups, I think, since returning here. Or maybe I'm just kidding myself. All I know right now are things have been forever changed. Since I began writing, it will never be back to what it was, and I believe they resent me for it, because it was always an unspoken rule that we will all keep this quiet. We do not speak of it. It's private. It's in the past, done and gone. Let it go. Yeah, fucking right. How can you let things go when you never get closure on anything? And you sure as hell can't let it go when you have CPTSD or complex PTSD. There is no letting it go. You are fucking haunted by memories and flashbacks that we struggle with every damn day, day in and day out. Would you tell a veteran that came back from battle with PTSD or complex PTSD to get over it or let it go? I certainly fucking hope not. Damn, I'm angry. The whole situation honestly makes me want to leave again. I hate being around any reminders of them. I honestly don't know if I will stay in California at this point. Tucson doesn't feel like an option anymore. Both the maternal figure and Adia are in Arizona. I just can't. Maybe I just need to move closer to the LGBTQIA plus community. I feel so cut off here in this part of California. Maybe Long Beach or West Hollywood. I think I'm going to look for places for Graham and I in those areas. I really think it's important for me to be closer to people who value the same things I do. I need to broaden my social circle. I need to set up a support system because much of mine has fallen apart. I think this is really important for me. My apartment is wall-to-wall with boxes right now. Gage will be leaving within the next 3 weeks. It's time to start packing. It sucks. Kimberly, the faux father, Beau, them leaving was fucked up. But it still hurts. Gage leaving is a good thing. I know this. Not a hurt or a betrayal. He is starting his life. This is a good thing. But somehow even more painful than anyone else leaving. I was listening to something the other night. I can't remember what it was. But they were talking about anxiety and depression, and they link depression to rumination of the past, and anxiety to the fear of the unknown of the future. I knew this, but for some reason it hit me really hard. I need to keep this in mind when I'm having a difficult time. I need to recognize if it is depression or anxiety, and then figure out if it's the past or the future I am struggling with, and then address it accordingly. Listening to Arkellis featuring Tegan and Sarah Teenage Tears on repeat It's new. It's hitting me hard. Hang on. I put the song in here. Teenage Tears, Arkells, Tegan and Sarah. I couldn't be what I sold you or alone with my own thoughts. That's why you always see me with my headphones on. You showed me every inch of you, even the parts you were ashamed of. That's when I said I'd turn the camera off. Now you think that every word I said was made up, like I was coasting on your love for years. Yeah, I fucked it up, but babe, I never faked it. Now you got me drowning in these teenage tears. Teenage tears. All I want to do is hold you, feel you in the middle of the night. You let your guard down for me, saying I'm all yours, and this is all mine. Pour some liquor, drink it straight up. My favorite shirt and some Nikes. I promised you I'd take it if the cops showed up. Now you think that every word I said was made up, like I was coasting on your love for years. I fucked it up, but babe, I never faked it. You got me drowning in these. Now you cleared out all your stuff with your dad in a moving truck. Left a note on the kitchen table saying, don't call, I won't be waiting. Something that you need to know was I for real or all for show. You're the first thing I think of when I wake up. And now I wonder how you're doing, like I'm asking for a friend. Now we're changing our passwords, changing addresses, changing. And you think that every word I said was made up, like I was coasting on your love for years. Yeah, I fucked it up, but babe, I never faked it. Now you got me drowning in these teenage tears. I haven't heard anything from Adia. She's on my mind. The song reminds me of her. It can be taken a few different ways regarding our situation. I'm not going to get into that. I'm sure you can see why, or will be able to after I've finished talking about her. Here we go. Adia and I listened to Sarah McLachlan constantly. Couldn't get enough. My favorite song is Possession, but I remember telling Adia the song that reminded me most of her, Good Enough. I remember her looking at me like I was nuts. Why? I'm not being abused. I wish I could have been able to verbalize it. On its face, yes, the song is about an abusive relationship between a man and a woman, but I saw it differently. Adia wasn't being abused by anyone that I knew of, other than herself. She was horrible to herself. She couldn't see what I saw, how incredible she was. She truly was. I was watching her destroy herself, and it was fucking killing me. I just wanted her to love herself a fraction of how much I loved her. I longed for her to be able to see herself through my eyes, even for a moment. I couldn't tell her that. It always felt like every time I wanted to be real and to be vulnerable, to speak from my heart, everything I wanted to say sounded stupid and cheesy. So I didn't speak. Stupidly. So what if it's cheesy? It's fucking real. Embarrassing? Sometimes. Oh fucking well. I just don't care anymore. So many regrets over words unspoken. I'd rather risk humiliation than not speak my truth. It's about damn time. Okay. We are getting to the point where I'm finally able, at this time, to start speaking about Adia and what she did. And why I had my breakthrough and why I started writing when I did. I know we've talked about her, but we haven't talked about all the crap she pulled. And today, like, I know in the books and me talking about it, it's been me missing her. That was limerence. I have a problem with limerence, which a lot of survivors do, especially lifelong narcissistic abuse survivors. Limerence is where you want a relationship with someone, you cling on to them, but you're not seeing who they truly are. You're making up like a fantasy in your mind of who they could be and how things could be. That's the problem that I struggle with all the time, and it is normal for narcissistic abuse survivors, obscenely normal. I am so grateful that I know this now, because I thought that it was a trauma bond. I went back and forth on what this was, and it was 100% limerence. Once you see and you hear what she did, you're going to see this was not this wonderful person that I thought that she was. I needed her to be, but the reality is she wasn't and isn't. All right, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys have a great Easter. We'll talk soon. This week is going to be difficult. I have one of my doctor's appointments for the gynecologist on Wednesday, on the 8th. And that's going to start the process of figuring out if I have uterine cancer or breast cancer. I have imaging on the 13th, and then for the bladder cancer scare, I have a doctor's appointment on the 27th of April. So April's going to be rough. It's going to be really rough. But I'll keep you guys posted. All right, we'll talk soon. As always, love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye, guys.